welcome to the 40th episode of the Backburners.
Wow.
It's a big number.
It's over the hill.
It is. Wow. I'm Dylan Sherman, by the way, if you haven't figured that out already.
I'm Miles Walton.
And I'm Sam Tiller. We want to thank you for lending your ears to another hour of non-stop sports entertainment.
It's good to be back. I apologize for my absence last week.
It was actually really nice not having you. When Trav was getting the show set up, he was like, wow, this is so much easier without all of Sherm's Zoom bullshit.
Yeah, you're fired.
The last 3 seconds were recorded, and I almost just put it in the podcast, but didn't seem needed.
I apologize for being a headache. God,
Did you watch it at least? Did you at least watch it?
Yes, of course I did. Of course I did. It was very good. And Lissy making her debut on the podcast was it was very fun.
She
it was
did good.
fun and fresh, and she did great. And she read the ad read.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, I got out of it again.
and she stumbled on the same sentence that we all do.
Yeah. It's always that one. That one's tough.
Speaking of ad read, do you need a roommate? Looking for a roommate and a place to live adds stress to your already
Actually pretty
busy
good.
life. Chillo is here to cure that headache. Introducing the Chillo app, a place to find a roommate and a rental home on the same platform. Simply create your profile, swipe on potential roommates, match, message, and meet. Chillo gives you the ability to find roommates that have similar interests and lifestyle choices to you. Hey, you might even make new friends.
Wow.
And for a limited time, Chillo will donate $1 to Catch Idaho, a local nonprofit dedicated to ending homelessness in Idaho. Find your next roommate on Chillo. Download in the iOS App Store.
When?
And seen.
Very
Today.
nice.
Download it today. Don't wait till tomorrow. Oh, it was pretty good. I haven't done an ad read in a long time.
Extremely impressive.
Brought some excitement to that one.
Yeah.
Good job.
It was a very clean transition.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I pride myself on being clean. Anyways, let's get into this goddamn show. You miss me already, bud, don't you?
Nope.
Oh, okay. Do you want to introduce this I disagree? We haven't done an I disagree
Yeah,
in
it's been
months.
It's been forever. We just kind of I feel like we just kind of forgot about it. Like we just started writing shows and we just kind of just stopped doing it. We didn't even think about it.
There hasn't been one since I've been on, I don't think.
Really? You haven't done one?
Yeah,
No, I don't think you have.
I don't
Alyssa
think
was
so.
asking about it last week. She's like, do you guys have a segment? And
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, wait, I do.
It's been at least since, I mean, you started in what, February, Miles? So it's been at least since
I
then.
don't know.
So really, I mean, the story that took this I disagree just has absolutely nothing to do with sports.
Oh, before you start, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry to interrupt you. I have
he's
to
gotta
do
do
some
some
background of the week.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, this Zoom background of the week. I'm having a tough time deciding between the two because there's two really good ones. I'm going to go with this one. Ladies and gentlemen, he is currently in the studio. He gets angry at a lot of things and makes mountains out of molehills. Ladies and gentlemen, Sam Tiller golfing. When he didn't make it past the women's tees, their tradition is you must remove your bottoms, your trunks, your pants, your shorts, whatever it may be. There it is.
How
Yeah.
lovely.
America's ass is right there.
Mhm. That is America's ass.
That's
Tough
a
shot,
juicy
huh?
one.
Yeah. Well,
Is it
yeah.
with the driver?
But I imagine I only take driver off the tee box.
Unlike me.
Okay, well, that's wonderful. I'm going to enjoy staring at my ass all day.
I am too.
So like I was saying, this I disagree has literally nothing to do with sports. It is
Maybe MMA.
maybe MMA. It took the world by storm these past 48 hours. And to be honest, I couldn't really give less of a fuck about it because I think it's stupid. But was the Chris Rock Will Smith fight staged? And I'm just gonna start this by saying 1,000% yes that it fucking was.
I don't think it was.
Be quiet. There is no way this wasn't staged. And there's a lot of things that point to it being staged. First of all, last year at the Oscars, only 10.2 million people watched. That is really, really bad. Okay? That one clip in less than 24 hours got over 100 million hits. How many people actually knew the Oscars was on Sunday before that?
I did.
Okay, congratulations. You're one. Did you watch it?
No.
Exactly. There's my point right there, because nobody gives a fuck about these important people, in quotes, in Hollywood sitting down having an award show to just give themselves stuff and make themselves feel great. Nobody gives a shit. And people are saying that there's no way this could have been staged because of how authentic it was. Let's remember, these are paid actors. They do this for a living. So if you don't think that they could act something like that out, you're out of your fucking mind. And then the other thing that really points to it like being staged was Chris Rock did absolutely nothing to like try to diffuse the situation. I mean, there's like a point where like when he's walking up to the stage, you know, like just by like the look on his face, on Will Smith's face, you know that like he's not coming up there to like shake your hand or like be all buddy with you. And Chris Rock literally just stands there and leans in. Like, I feel like if it wasn't staged, he would have been like, whoa, it's just a joke. Like, I'm just kidding. Like, you know, take it easy kind of thing. It was staged. It's all about money and all about publicity. Staged.
So what kind of money do you think they paid Will Smith to do that?
I don't know.
Also, why Will Smith and Chris Rock?
Didn't Chris Rock host it?
He was one of many hosts, but like they could have created a situation out of anybody. Like, why out of anyone? Like Chris Rock and Will Smith. Like,
I mean, Chris Rock's one of the biggest names in comedy.
Yeah, but he's like not. If you're trying to get like, I feel like the people who do watch the Oscars are
losers.
The older millennials, the adults, people who are really into film, that kind of stuff. If they're trying to get more people to watch the Oscars, they're probably going to try and hit a younger demographic. So why would they use two much older comedians and actors instead of like a Timothy Chalamet kind of thing?
I mean, Chris Rock does have a special coming out soon, or he's got a tour coming out.
Yeah, and his ticket prices for that tour fucking skyrocketed.
Of course
they were like
did.
$48 before the Oscars. They're up to like $250 now.
Jesus.
It's about money. It was staged.
And the name of his tour, what is it? Ego Death or something like that? Sherm, what is it?
I'll look it up.
It's like very comically ties into the whole incident. It's pretty funny.
Yeah, ego death.
Yeah, Ego Death.
Yeah.
And look, there's a lot more than that you could make fun of Will Smith's wife about than having that fucking disease.
Well,
I mean, come on. She openly cheats on him, and he does literally nothing about it.
no, they have an open.
It's called an open marriage.
Okay,
Dum-dum.
for
No,
sure.
it started as
for
her.
sure.
legit.
It started as her cheating on him,
yeah,
though,
but
and then she was like, "I want an open marriage," and he's like, "I'll do anything for you."
Yeah, exactly.
She pulled the old Tom on him like in Succession.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I saw this meme, and it was like Chris Rock apologizes to Will Smith for making the joke by sleeping with his wife.
Apparently, they already have slept together.
Oh, okay. So
There
it's
were
perfect.
thousands of memes after that.
Yeah.
Thousands.
Twitter was a battlefield for like 12 hours. It was insane.
Trav was really enjoying it.
I was really enjoying the timeline, especially what was coming out of Tom Segura's camp, because that shit was
Oh
insane.
my god!
I've never
Have
seen
you
him.
seen the tweets?
I've never
No,
seen him
I
in
haven't.
Tyler.
Oh,
They were a lot.
Just
God.
basically to close out my point, I don't believe nothing that happens in Hollywood is real. That was not real. Bottom line. Fake.
it was real.
I
It was
think
real.
the points you're making are super fair, especially the shit about like how the Oscars is just a big ego fest for all of these people who are already rich and famous to feel better about themselves by winning all these awards and stuff. I agree with you on a lot of your points. I still just don't think it was staged. And I think why I don't think it was staged is because if you watch it, he makes the joke. Will Smith laughs.
And then his wife gives him the dirty look.
Then
and is like,
he looks at
can't
his
speak
wife
to me like that.
and she rolls his eyes or some shit. And then he gets up and goes and hits her and like all that kind of stuff. Goes and hits Chris Rock. And I think based off of Chris Rock's reaction afterwards, because Chris Rock is not an incredible actor.
He's still an actor.
But still. He's like he was so shocked afterwards and just like kind of like was almost dumbfounded for a moment and like didn't and just kind of tried to move on with it. And I don't know, something about it didn't seem super staged.
Okay. Well, everybody can have an
Yeah.
opinion, even if it's wrong.
God, that's what happens when we start running the show. Anyways, I agree with Chef. I think that Tiller, you do make some valid points, and I do find the Oscars to be a little bit silly. You're reading Cigarist Week.
Yeah.
They're so wild. If it was staged, what a weird thing to stage.
Yeah, that too.
And what a weird thing to stage over such a small joke. Like, obviously, if she's sensitive about her disease, in her eyes, probably not as.
Oh, Tom Segura. Oh, my God.
Just like squeaked in the microphone.
Dude.
It kind of hurt my ears.
These are savage.
God, you broke my AirPods. What I was saying was such a weird situation to stage if it was. And after watching it, I don't know, 3 million times, Chris Rock is not like a quiet dude, right? And as Will is approaching, okay, let's say after the slap, he was dumbfounded. It's silent. That is not Chris Rock. That is not him to just sit there and be quiet. He was genuinely shocked. I don't think it's staged. I don't think it was staged at all. And furthermore, the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences launched a formal investigation and might make Will Smith give back his Oscar.
Oh, shit.
That's part of the
Jeez.
plan.
Really?
Part of the plan.
100%.
Are they
Are
gonna
you a
do-
Hollywood
If
insider?
you're gonna stage
Why would that
something,
be part of the plan?
if you're gonna stage something like this, you think about everything to make it look real. And part of taking away his Oscar,
Yeah, take
would
away
be-
Reggie Bush's Heisman. Yeah.
Yeah, but why in the world of cancel culture that we're in right now would Will Smith willingly put himself into a situation where he's
His
going
first
to
Oscar win, too.
Yeah, where he's going to physically
His first
assault
ever
someone and then
Oscar.
get his Oscar taken away from him? That seems like a really stupid game
no.
plan.
it seems to me as though Will Smith's career is dying. When's the last time he was in a big movie?
I mean, what he just won an Oscar for.
King Richard? I don't know the one he just
okay.
won a fucking Oscar for.
I didn't know what movie
Oh,
he...
that one?
Okay, but like, he's been like falling off. He hasn't been in a bunch of big films recently. He's trying to get his name out there, publicity.
I think his name's already fucking out there.
People know who he is, but
He's
like,
the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. He was in Pursuit of Happiness. Fucking all these goddamn movies.
Men in
like
Black.
yeah, like
okay, Men in Black was like 20 fucking years ago.
Yeah, it's
I was
still
a child when that movie
it's
came out.
still a classic movie that a lot of people
And they
still
made
love.
a third one like less than 5 years ago.
Yeah, but that I don't think he was in that one.
He was in that.
He was?
He
Yeah.
was. He was.
All right, Tiller, I think we're all just going to gang up on you tonight.
That's
You're wrong.
fine. I'm not wrong.
I
I'm
did-
not fucking wrong.
You are wrong.
All right, Mr. Tin Hat,
I
you're
did-
not wrong.
Jesus.
I think even if you're right, Tiller, we'll never find out because
Exactly.
this goes deep into like some Hollywood Illuminati shit probably.
Yes.
If it was staged, so like we'll never really get answers here.
We'll never know.
We'll never know.
I didn't watch the Oscars. I didn't even know they were happening. The only thing that somewhat piqued my interest was when I found out that Kelly Slater, Tony Hawk, and Shaun White were all at the Oscars.
Tony Hawk made a joke at Shaun White that was pretty funny.
Yeah. That was my favorite part. I didn't even see the little slap of Will Smith until this morning.
What?
Yeah, I don't know. It's just not big news to me. And I think,
Miles's feed is just all like surfing clips.
Oh,
and stuff.
yeah.
He doesn't see this.
you know, and I think Alyssa makes a good point. Why Chris Rock and Will Smith? Like, if you're going to do it, why would it be them? It makes no sense. It
I
makes
don't
no
know.
sense.
If you're gonna do it, why not do like Billie Eilish and Timothy Chalamet? Wouldn't that
Because
be like
isn't that a
much more
man
safe?
hitting a woman?
Fine. Why
No,
not
you
Megan
could
Thee
do
Stallion and
Eilish.
Billie Eilish?
Well, like, is there beef between them?
I don't know. No one knew there was beef between them either.
There was no beef between Will Smith and Chris Rock.
It
God,
sure
you're
looks
so-
like
There's
there
beef,
was.
There's beef between Will Smith and the world is what there's beef with right
Yeah,
now. Like that's like this has been going on for like 2 years, and I think that was just his breaking point. Like ever since she started the Red Table Talk bullshit, and they got that video of Will Smith crying to his wife, like he's been down in the dumps ever since. And I think this is just the final
Yeah.
straw for him.
Fuck that bitch.
Well, I'm glad we all disagree with Samuel Tiller.
God.
First time for everything.
Wrong.
No, I'm used to people disagreeing with me. It's just because they hate
You're
it. They hate it when I'm fucking right.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
You're not right. You're not right.
Okay.
You're incorrect. Anyways, the intern has so amazingly sent over her intern report.
I think she caught
and-
up this week for the few that she missed. She kind of went for it this week. There's a lot in here.
I didn't even read it. Oh, there we go.
In the world of the NFL, big news today. The NFL owners have approved a proposal for overtime that guarantees each team a possession, but only for the postseason. Thoughts?
We'll talk about it later.
Okay. The Saints, Andy Dalton is going to the Saints for $6 million, $3 million guaranteed. Weird because they signed Jameis Winston, I guess, for the backup. Taysom Hill going back to tight end. He will no longer be a quarterback, which you don't see me crying about.
He's an electric football player. So he's not a quarterback. He's a very good football player, but he's not a quarterback. So put him at tight end, put him at running back, put him at receiver. He can throw the ball, so use him.
Yeah. In the world of college basketball, the Final Four is set with Villanova taking on Kansas and North Carolina and Duke.
We'll get into it.
That's pretty awesome.
We'll get into it.
In the women's tournament, the Final Four, the Louisville Cardinals versus the South Carolina Gamecocks and UConn and Stanford. And in the world of soccer, why don't you take this one, pal, since you're the big soccer guy.
I will also get into this later.
Okay.
What do you want to talk about now then?
Great.
Well, this is all part of our segments coming up.
Okay.
So we'll get into all of this.
We want to get into some mom spaghetti.
Mom's spaghetti.
Who wants to kick this one off?
Miles.
I'll do it. All right. NFL changing OT rules for postseason. I did not read the intern report, so I did not realize she had already said this. But I absolutely love this rule change, giving both teams a chance at possession unless there is a safety on the first possession of the game. That's the only reason that both teams would not have a chance with the ball. But I think this makes the game a lot more fair. And the instance of Kansas City and the Bills last year, that came down to the coin toss, and I don't think that's very fair to the players. They're giving it their all, and literally that game came down to the coin toss, and whoever won that was going to win the game. So I love this rule. I think it was wish it was for the whole season. I understand why they only do it for the postseason, just because they're looking after the players, things like that. But I love this rule. What do you guys think?
I like it. I do. And obviously there was a big reason why there were three or four teams this offseason that pitched something to the owners around this rule. So obviously some people have been feeling it for a while. I like the rule a lot. Yeah,
I do too. And I mean, you referenced the Bills Chiefs game that was the AFC divisional this past year, and it was probably the greatest football game I've ever watched in my life.
It was wild.
And to have it end the way it did without the Bills being able to get the ball back, it was just disappointing. And I like that they only did this for the postseason because there's been 12 overtime games since the overtime rule changed in the postseason. The winner of the coin flip has won 10 of those games, and in 7 of those games, the opposing team never got the ball. So you're over 50%. But in the regular season, it's like 55% of the teams that win the coin flip win the overtime. So it's way more even in the regular season. So just changing it to postseason, I love it. The NFL actually did a good job with this. Is it still let's just take the Bills-Chiefs game. Chiefs get the ball, they score. Bills get the ball, they score. And then it's just next score wins?
Yes, I believe so.
Okay.
And then yeah, with the, I don't know how this would ever happen, but if there's a safety on the first possession, the defense wins.
Right. Yep. If there's a
Defensive score.
defensive score, that rule stays the same. Okay. Yeah, I love it. I absolutely love it.
You make a good point, Tiller. Because when we see these overtime games, there's so much hype around the overtime coin toss that it becomes a game within itself, and it's like you don't want to watch a game predicated on chance. Like you want to see the best team.
It's football, not guessing heads or tails.
Right. Yeah. So that's just another reason why I like it a lot.
I mean, when the Chiefs got the ball to start that overtime,
everyone knew.
Did anybody think the Bills were even going to have a chance?
No. It was over.
Yeah.
Everyone was scoring the last 4 possessions of that game.
Yeah, there was 4 touchdowns in the last 2 minutes of that game.
It was insane.
Yeah.
Whoever got the ball was winning.
Yeah, as soon as Kansas City won that coin toss, it was over.
Yeah.
Which is super unfortunate.
And who knows what would have happened with the Bills. They were a good team.
Right. Yeah, just taking that game for example, if you're the Bills and you do score, you go for 2. It's going to make it more exciting because then, again, the Chiefs are going to get the ball back. If it's tied, they're probably going to go down and score.
Yeah,
so
definitely.
It adds a little more, and then maybe the Chiefs go for 2 on theirs. It adds a little more to the game in the postseason when the stakes are higher, and I like it.
Yeah, I agree. Great rule.
Tiller, what do you got?
Duke UNC one more time during the Coach K era. I know St. Peter's Cinderella story, 15 seed going to the Elite Eight. Everybody kind of wanted to see them in the Final Four. But as a basketball fan, you had to be rooting for this game, right?
Yeah, I love it. And I love that it happened, but this to me seems more staged than Will Smith hitting Chris Rock.
Dude.
This is a dream. This is what everyone wants.
Yeah, this is what everyone
March
wants.
March Madness. No one could have even guessed this was going to happen.
No. It's the first time they've ever met in the tournament. It's in the Final Four. It's going to be incredible.
Of Coach K's last season.
Coach K's last season.
Staged.
He's on a title run. UNC beat Duke at Coach K's farewell game to Cameron Indoor. What more could you want out of March Madness? This whole tournament has been wild, and it's being capped off by a fantastic Final Four because personally, I love the Cinderella stories. But when it gets to the Final Four, you want to see the best programs, right? And this is the blue blood of all blue bloods Final Four. Villanova, Kansas, Duke, UNC. Give me the Cinderella, give me the upsets and the fun in the first 4 rounds of this thing, but give me the absolute blue bloods of the sport in the Final Four. I think that's what makes this tournament great. And this is it's just a cherry on top. Duke UNC in the Final Four. In the last 100 games they've played, it's a 50-50 split. Coach K has won 50. He's lost 47 to UNC. It gives me chills thinking about it. I love it. I love Coach K. This could be a huge moment for him. He's already in the Mount Rushmore of college basketball coaches of all time. It's him, John Wooden, Bobby Knight, and Dean Smith. And if he does this, a storybook. If he wins the title and he beats UNC in the Final Four, they're making a movie about this.
Oh, for
and
sure.
And they 100% should.
For sure.
Because he's a legend. To do something at as high of a level as he has for 40 years is unlike anything we've ever seen in sports. Just a great way to cap off Coach K's career. I cannot wait for Saturday. I am fucking jacked. It's going to be a barn burner.
Should be good. With the 4 teams left, I want Duke to win, but it just seems too perfect. It just seems too perfect. I'm all for Coach K. That's what I want to happen, but Duke UNC, really? Coach K's last season, it seems way too perfect to me. It's
so good.
Are they doing this on purpose?
No. This is not on purpose.
It's more staged than Will Smith.
Oh my God. That's the hottest take of all time.
Speaking of hot takes, we haven't done a hot take in so long.
Yeah, we haven't.
Do you have one on the fly?
No, but come back to me.
Okay.
For my mom's spaghetti, Kevin Magnuson and Haas in the points, baby. How about that? I'm so happy for Kevin, for Gunther. They're not looking like a bunch of wankas. K-Mag's been off to a great start. He finished 5th last week in the Bahrain Grand Prix, and then this week coming in 9th. Haas is 5th in the constructor. Let's go. I'm so happy for them because they got shit on so much in Drive to Survive. They finally got momentum. I'm so surprised that Mick Schumacher didn't die.
I think everybody is.
He's not even scratched. He said to the press he didn't even feel sore, which I think is a lie. But
he hit the wall at 170 miles an hour,
like
dude.
38 G's or something.
Yeah.
Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, it's exciting because they got. I mean, yes, have they been really bad for the past 4 seasons? Yes, they have. They have been doing that. They've been doing a lot of that. But I'm so happy for them. And I know we're only 2 races into the season, but they're doing a lot better than McLaren. McLaren's car, not that good. Daniel Ricciardo, not that good this season or last season.
They don't look great, but they improved a lot from last week.
Yes.
It was a step in the right direction.
Yeah, for sure.
Yes. That's going to be a fun battle with Haas and McLaren.
Mm-hmm.
It's weird, too, because you'd think that McLaren would be, competing with Ferrari and Red Bull, Mercedes, but I mean they're back in the pack right now.
I feel like that was the expectation going into the beginning of the year.
Everyone's like Mercedes and Ferrari is going to be back, and Ferrari's back, but Mercedes not Mercedes, McLaren.
Yeah,
both M's got me mixed up, but yeah, McLaren's not looking great. They made a step in the right direction this week, but we'll see if they can keep going in that direction.
And Pierre Gasly, even though he didn't finish last week,
he looks fast. They're just having a lot of problems with their car.
Yeah. I mean, Lando got in the points on Sunday, but it's exciting to see.
He's just switching teams like crazy right now.
Just like I did.
Pierre Gasly races for Alpha.
No, I know. I was just looking. I was just reading through.
Okay.
It's exciting to see.
It is.
I love it. And the interns, Mom Spaghetti, UConn's double overtime win versus North Carolina State.
Did anybody watch that game?
Is that women's?
Mm-hmm.
Nope.
I did not.
Okay.
I think I saw some highlights on Twitter. Somebody was draining threes. That's all I saw.
It was probably that white girl from UConn, that short white point guard they have. Paige something.
Yes.
She's a stud. That's the only thing I know.
Beyond the arc or everywhere?
Everywhere. She's a stud.
What do we got? Are you serious? My. Kick it off.
Are you serious? Sergio Perez, unlucky pit timing. If any of you guys watched that race, Sergio got off to a great start. He had pole position and was up about 3 seconds on Charles Leclerc, and goes into the pits, and a safety car comes out. He ends up behind, who was that?
Carlos
in 4th place, which is where he finished the race. But he was looking so good the entire weekend. I was rooting for him. I like him a lot better than Max. And if a Red Bull's driver is going to win, I want it to be Sergio. I've always liked him, and just super unlucky. I think he would have had a really good shot at winning that race if that didn't happen. But yeah, just bad timing.
I could not agree with everything you just said more. Like, I hate Max so much, and I love Sergio.
It's not that I hate him. I just love Sergio.
Yeah, it was a very unfortunate weekend for Sergio.
Yeah, that was tough. I also had him as my turbo driver for Fantasy F1, which would have put me ahead of you, sir.
Mm-hmm.
I need to catch up, and that pissed me off.
You got 21 races to catch up. You're fine.
I know, there's a lot of races. Did you see Sherm, they might be adding New York, and they're already adding Vegas next season.
F1 in Vegas is going to be amazing.
Yeah.
Holy shit!
I feel like I saw somewhere where they're putting the track too. Like, isn't it like on the strip?
I have no idea.
I don't think it's a street. It might be a street race, but they have a track out there.
Is Miami starting next year?
No, Miami's in a couple weeks.
Oh,
It's like the fourth or fifth race of the season.
It's after Australia, isn't it?
I thought it was after,
snap!
I thought it was after Monaco.
Yeah, May 6th, so right after Italy.
Oh, boom. So it's in like
Damn.
3 races. We
Okay.
have Australia, Italy, Miami. Miami's a street race.
Yeah, should be sweet.
Yeah.
That is amazing. Can I go? I am angry. I'm angry. I'm very angry. I'm very angry because a little fucking intern is winning our bracket challenge.
She has won it, hasn't she?
I mean, is it?
I don't think anybody can catch her.
Yeah, I think she won it. That's upsetting.
How many points does she have?
She has 570. I have 550. But what's really funny is Tiller is in dead last.
He was so confident too.
So bad.
Yeah.
You were
He was so
super
confident.
arrogant.
Dead last
Super arrogant.
Dead last with 330 total points. My bracket is my bracket is in the 6.6th percentile. It is by far the worst bracket I have ever made.
And you were making so much fun of Fabio for his picks, but you're in last, Junior.
What are the current rankings? Where am I?
You're right above me.
You are second to last.
Yeah.
Well,
You guys were right there the whole time.
Oh, I know.
Like,
In
I don't
dead
think the placing has not changed since like the first round. Like, I think we've all been pretty locked into
Yeah.
our positions.
Yeah, I mean, I knew.
Except
that
the
it
intern was kind
bad.
of, she snuck up there.
Yeah. It's been unfortunate.
Samuel, what do you got?
Mine was Tyreek Hill.
Dolphins.
Just like such a money grab from him. You're leaving the Chiefs and potentially the greatest talent we've ever seen at quarterback to go play with Tua Tagovailoa for $30 million a year.
And Waddle.
I'm sorry. This was. I think he looked at the contract that Mahomes has and that Kelsey has, and he realized that he wasn't going to be able to get $20 to $25 million a year, and so he was like, "Fuck it, I'm out." So he went from competing for Super Bowls to competing for the first pick.
Do we know how much he's getting at?
It was a
Miami?
4-year, $120 million deal.
Oh,
So
okay.
$30 million a year. It was just under Devontae's deal.
damn.
Because Devontae got like 31 and a half. Look, he deserves it. There's no doubt about that. But I don't know. It's the same thing that I've always said about quarterbacks taking big contracts. Do you want money or do you want to win? And if you win, the money will come elsewhere with endorsements. So I hate the move. I have less respect for Tyreek Hill this week than I did last week, because this was 100% a money move, and he clearly does not give a shit about winning.
I personally love the move. I do not like the Chiefs, and they are losing a very key player, I think, to their offense.
They'll be fine.
We'll see.
Juju Smith-Schuster, Marquez Valdez-Scantling.
Juju has not played very well, as much as I love him because he's a trophy.
Yeah,
He was playing with Ben Roethlisberger.
Yeah, he had a fucking tree as a quarterback for the last 2 years.
A tree.
Yeah, Jesus, that guy couldn't move.
Yeah, he can't walk.
I can't wait for the TikToks.
But yeah, I think Dolphins should be interesting. I want to see them do well.
Yeah, but it's Tua, man. I mean,
Tua,
he's just
like-
so mid.
Exactly.
He's so incredibly
It's just
mid.
like definition of game manager. It's Tua. Like,
We'll have to see. I think he'll
I mean,
surprise you.
Tyreek said that he was the most accurate quarterback that he's ever seen.
that is just wildly inaccurate.
Yeah. No, I
No, he
agree.
said most accurate.
Wildly inaccurate.
I know, but
What he
Tyreek said most accurate.
I hate you
Shut
so
up.
much.
God. Oh, have you been using those dad jokes from the book?
I've opened it once, but I laughed a lot.
Last time I sent you a fucking birthday.
Yeah. So for those of you who don't know, Sherm sent Miles a birthday present, and it was a book of dad jokes because Miles loves stupid dad jokes.
There's a lot of them.
Dad
in there.
jokes are hilarious. I am with Miles on
If
that.
you
They're
don't
so
like
good.
dad jokes,
Yeah.
you're
Well, when
just
you
not
live
a
with
good
him
person.
for like 3 months alone, and it's just all targeted at you, you're like, all right, I'm kind of over the dad jokes. There's nobody else to deflect these dad jokes onto.
Oh, that sounds awful.
It's all about the timing, though. You just got to like sneak them into your everyday conversation, and then sometimes they land, and sometimes just no one ever notices them, and those are kind of the best ones.
Yeah. It is constant.
The more you like Sam too, the more you like catch on to other ones. And some of them are funny, some of them just suck. It's like, what did I just say?
It's kind of starting to rub off on me a little bit, which I hate.
I've been able to tell, and it's amazing. Your dad loves him. Be more like your dad.
I think I'm already enough like him.
Yeah, no. Next thing you know, he's gonna get a goddamn goatee, take a bath in a goddamn pig trough.
Or cheesy Hawaiian shirts every day.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, Pilgrim. Anyways, the interns. Are you serious? There was a video of Deshaun Watson's. He was getting grilled by some lawyers today. It doesn't look good for him. It doesn't look good. He was pleading the fifth a lot.
I did not watch the video.
It's very bad. It's very, very bad.
I thought this whole thing was over because
So did I.
Well, there was a video. One of the videos of the I don't know if it was if you call it a deposition, but it was a video that came out to I scrolled across it today. It's bad. It's bad. I know we talked about it. What was it, 2 weeks ago? I still think it's wild. And he's only getting $1 million this year, with a contingency that he was probably going to get suspended. I think it's a scummy move. 22 women coming out allegations, maybe one or two lie, but not, I don't know, 22. That's a lot. It doesn't look good for Deshaun Watson. He still could be punished by the NFL.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Like, if that is the case, then why have 2 juries decided not to indict him? Like,
Not a lawyer, but
that's the confusing part to me. Is like, yeah, it seems like it seems pretty far stretched that 22 women all came together and lied about this. But then, like, at the same time, 2 juries said we're not going to indict him. So it's a very confusing situation.
Do you want me to? I found an article talking about some of the clips. I'm not watching the clips, but I have some like Q&As of, I think, probably the lawyer and Deshaun Watson. And the lawyer asks, "Did you find her attractive?" And he says, "That wasn't my intention, sir." The lawyer, "I didn't ask you what your intentions were." Deshaun, "I can't answer that. I have a girlfriend. So that wasn't my intention, sir." Lawyer, "You can't answer that because you have a girlfriend?" Deshaun, "Because that's not what I was looking for." Lawyer, "What did you want from her?" Deshaun, "Just a massage."
It sounds like he got trained by his lawyer on what to say, and then he got in there, and then he's like, plead the fifth, like just like he's like got all of his question answers just mixed up or something.
Apart from the fact that he doesn't have a girlfriend.
Asked if she was attractive. I didn't ask you anything else.
It looks bad. You can see on his face. It's not good. Anyways, let's move on to some most likely. Another one we haven't done in a fortnight.
It's been a while.
3 fortnights. Shall I kick this one off?
Sure.
Gentlemen, who is most likely to finish higher in the Constructor Cup at the end of the season? Haas or McLaren?
It's Haas.
It's Haas.
Okay.
I think as long as Mick Schumacher starts scoring, because I mean it's super obvious now that their car is competitive. So it's just going to be whether or not Mick Schumacher can drive that car how it's supposed to be driven.
If he can get points.
If he can get points consistently, I'm not saying he has to get points every week, but if he needs to score some points for Haas, and I think he'll do it.
I think he will too. I think he looked really good before his crash,
Yeah, he did.
and it's unfortunate that happened, but I think he would have scored points this week without that, and he's going in the right direction. I think he kind of got startled with K-Mag coming in, and obviously all of a sudden being the number one guy. But I think Schumacher will come back and start scoring points from them, and I don't even think it'll be close with McLaren, honestly.
Yeah, I don't either. I mean, because Lando said a couple weeks ago that he doesn't even expect McLaren to be competitive all year.
Yeah.
So,
yeah,
doesn't look good for the team in orange.
Okay. Next.
I know we haven't talked a lot of NBA yet this year, but we're getting close to the playoffs right now. So, which team is most likely to win the finals this year?
I don't even know who looks good. I do not follow the NBA.
You're going to have to start. Because here in about, 2 weeks, that's the only thing we're going to have to talk about.
How are the Nets?
Bad.
Oh,
They're ninth in the East.
That's who I was going to pick.
Seems like there's an arms race in the East between the Celtics, the Sixers, the Bucks.
The Bucks. Yeah, the Bucks are good this year.
And then in the West, the Suns are number one right now.
The Suns and the Grizzlies.
Suns and Grizzlies.
Yeah, and the Warriors, but they've kind of been in a slump lately.
And Steph's still out, right?
I think so.
Yeah. When did Steph get out? I'm like
a
so
month
lost
ago.
with NBA.
Yeah, he got his ankle rolled up pretty bad. I would say just because I want it to happen, and I want it to be another Suns Bucks matchup.
Yeah, it'd be fun. I mean, that was a great finals last year. So, but who would win?
Give me the Suns.
That's kind of what I'm thinking at this point. They look good. D-Book's having a good year.
But Ja Morant is so nasty.
Yeah, he is. And
It's the only part of the NBA I enjoy watching.
The Grizzlies are very, very good.
Insane.
I think that conference finals between the Suns and Grizzlies would be very entertaining to watch.
We'll see. I'll get caught up with NBA, and we can talk more next time.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like I said, as soon as March Madness is over, baseball hasn't started yet, so
F1.
it's the NBA. Yeah, but we can't just only talk about F1.
I'd be totally fine
especially
with that.
next week because there's no race this week.
That's true. Well, what we could talk about is our F1 Fantasy League. Speaking of, who is most likely to lose our F1 Fantasy League? I got Dylan Sherman.
I got
on
Dylan
my
Sherman
list.
too.
Thank you. I forgot to almost, I almost didn't set my lineup last week.
You're welcome.
I had a bad first
You're
week.
welcome.
Thank you for that, by the way. I had a bad first week. I picked Red Bull as my constructor winner for the Bahrain Grand Prix, and they both
was McLaren.
Yeah, you picked.
Wait, did I pick McLaren?
It was McLaren. Yeah.
Did I? I thought I picked Red Bull.
No.
See, that's how much I'm paying attention to the fantasy league. I need to pay more attention, and I promise I will. So as of right now, I agree. Right now, I'll probably lose.
Yeah, because you scored 55 points the first week.
He actually scored 85, but then he didn't realize
okay.
that he gets minus 10 per driver he subs.
Yeah.
Over 3 drivers. Once you sub more than 3, it's minus 10 points. So it brought him down to 55 because he subbed all 6.
There's too many rules. There's too many rules.
You got to read the rules.
Yeah, you just got to read them. It's not that hard.
I mean, the only
I
reason
can't
I know that
read.
rule is because Miles described all the rules to me. So
Okay. Well, nobody described all the fucking rules to me.
Yeah, well.
Anyways. The intern, she poses the question, who is most likely to win March Madness?
give me the Blue Devils.
I'll go Duke.
I like Nova. No, I want Kansas. Give me Kansas. Kansas is so nasty. That's good. These two matchups are so great. I'm so excited for Villanova, Kansas. Oh my God. That's going to be so good.
I can't even believe Kansas is there. I had them losing to San Diego.
Yeah, it was tough.
Tough, yeah.
I mean, Duke is favored right now. Of course.
Yeah.
Of course they are. Every fucking fanboy with a Yankees hat, a Duke shirt, a Lakers pair of socks, a Seabiscuit,
Keep going.
a Seabiscuit beanie cap, a LeBron headband.
Okay, you're done.
Probably
Yeah,
wearing a pair of
that's-
Jordans.
Yeah.
Probably were, yeah. I ran out of clothing items.
But yeah, I think it's Duke.
Yeah, me too. Give me Duke.
Who wants to introduce the last clip or the last segment?
I think you just did. Clip of
I
the
think I
day.
did. Clip of the day. We're bringing back so many old segments.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. My mic, kick it off, babe.
Okay, I did this last. So the only really option I could think of left was more F1. So Esteban Ocon versus Fernando Alonso. They battled it out for about 6 laps. There were multiple passes. I was surprised that Alpine let him go for that long. Esteban Ocon went off the track a few times in the same turn. Had to give the spot back because he passed Fernando while he was off the track. But it was an insane battle. They just kept going for like 6 laps. And a lot of times, the team, principals won't let that happen. They don't want their cars crashing. And we've seen it with Red Bull. We've seen it with Ferrari. You can knock out both your cars and then you're just screwed. So it was an amazing battle, though. I'm glad they let him race it out. Fernando ended up on top of Esteban after that 6-lap battle, but then his car broke down. So Esteban kind of was the only one for their team that finished the race. And I think he finished 5th.
Yeah, he had a good weekend.
Yeah, he looked good. But that battle was just insanely fun to watch. Great race all around, really.
Mm-hmm. That was a fun battle.
Another great battle in that race was Kevin Magnussen and Lewis Hamilton. They had a good little stretch right for a little bit. That was fun to watch.
And right at the end, Ocon and Lando.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That was close.
Yeah.
Samuel?
Well, for all my soccer fans out there.
Soccer? I barely even know her.
See, it's like those. Like, that's what I'm saying. I can't just say anything normally. World Cup qualifying, it is coming to an end. And
Thank God.
yeah, but then we got the World Cup, so it's not like soccer ever ends. It's nonstop. But we had Captain America with a hat trick.
Who's that?
Christian Pulisic. And
Sevens.
his third goal, so, his hat trick, he did have 2 penalty kicks. So people are like, it's not a real hat trick because it's 2 penalties. Whatever. He scored 3 goals in a game. It's a hat trick. And his third goal was disgusting. Oh, my God. His first touch was outrageous. And then he gets a little baby tap with his right foot, megs the guy, and then puts it in the back of the net. It was fucking filthy. Christian Pulisic is stop putting your finger in me bum. It was filthy. It's been a great 2 games of qualifying so far. The United States has not officially qualified for Qatar, but it would take a 6-goal loss to Costa Rica tomorrow night for them not to qualify. To say that I am confident that will not happen would be an understatement, but you never know with this team. But this window has also given me the pleasure of reminding me about this team and what they are capable of. And they are very, very good. And I know a lot of U.S. men's national team fans have some major PTSD from 2017 and the catastrophe that was that World Cup qualifying section, or I don't even know what to call it. But this team is different. And this is what Greg Berhalter was hired to do. He was hired to get the team to the World Cup, but that is not the end goal. He's going to be judged in November and December of this year. You're expected to get to the World Cup in the United States. But that did not happen 4 years ago. So he was brought in to do that, and he's done that now. But now the real challenge starts. And really, it's not even about the 2022 World Cup. It's about the 2026 World Cup, because that's when the World Cup is in the United States of America.
That's
and
right. Yeah.
this team right now is so young that in 4 years, who knows what they're capable of? Yunus Musa, 19. He's a starter for us. Christian Pulisic, 23. Weston McKennie, 23. Zach Steffen, 26. Ricardo Pepi, 19. Gio Reyna, 19. Walker Zimmerman, 28. So
Dylan Sherman, 25.
Tyler-
Miles Walton, 25.
Liz LaRocca, 36.
Fuck off.
Tyler Adams, 23. You give this to Serginho Dest, 21.
Oh, wow. Wow. How old's Greg Berhalter?
He's in his 40s. I don't know, but he doesn't matter. Basically, the point I'm trying to make is it's important for them to get to this World Cup to get World Cup experience, because in 4 years, all of these guys are playing at big clubs in big games. They're going to get better. They're going to develop their skills, and there's going to be more team chemistry. And in 4 years, when the United States is playing a World Cup in their home country, they're going to make some fucking noise. And this is a World Cup to prepare them for that, because World Cup soccer is different. I can't wait for tomorrow night. We're going to beat Costa Rica for the first time in qualifying history in Costa Rica. And then we're going to make some noise in Qatar. And this is a hot take for you. You wanted a hot take? The United States is going to win the 2026 North American World Cup. You heard it here first. It's happening.
That is a hot take, although I don't really know how hot, because I don't really watch soccer. But
all of our core players that are playing right now are in either their teens or their early 20s.
I know you spent like 5 minutes going through their names and their ages.
So they're all still going to be in their prime in 4 years. This is Belgium 8 years ago. That is what the United States is going through right now.
Well, I'd love to see it.
Wow.
Maybe it'll get me into soccer.
Getting me fired up, baby.
I did watch a little bit of that game. You call him Captain America. I already forget his real name.
Christian Pulisic.
But what was the score to that game? Because I walked up and it was
5-1.
like 3-0, 3-1 or something.
It was 5-1 was the end score.
Okay. Nice.
Yep, it was a great win.
I did watch 10 minutes of the game on Sunday.
Did you watch the
And
10 exciting minutes?
I think I watched the third goal,
Okay.
or at least to the second goal, and then we were like, okay, it's time to watch Margin Call, because that sounds more entertaining than soccer.
Okay.
Margin Call is a movie about how the crash of the economy back in 2007. Great
Wow,
film.
that sounds
Great flick.
thrilling.
It
So
was
that
more fun than the
is-
soccer game.
That is our soccer segment with Sam.
Yep.
Ugh.
But
What do we
Captain
got
America
next?
with the filthy hat trick, he
Yeah.
had just a sweet little touch, Meg, back of the net. Oh, he's a monster.
Okay.
Well, what do you expect? He's a superhero.
And
He's got like
scene.
this shield thing that he throws around. He's a Marvel, Avenger.
He is saucy.
And we're done. Anyways, so my clip of the day, interesting news coming from the University of Oregon. You may know them. D'Anthony Thomas, who was just so electric, unbelievable, fast, explosive, one of the best athletes. I would say the best athlete to ever play at the University of Oregon.
That's fucking bold.
No, it really. Name a better athlete than D'Anthony Thomas.
Kayvon Thibodeau, Panay Sewell, Noah Sewell.
Okay,
Half their track
fair enough.
team.
Different kind of athlete. I'm talking just. How about we do this? The fastest, the most explosive.
Okay.
How about that?
What about oh God, what's his name? The running back, number 21. Michael James.
No,
He was
No,
pretty
no, no, no.
explosive.
He was, but not as explosive as D'Anthony. Anyway, he had a short career in the NFL. He opted out of the COVID year and is making a comeback, and he's working out at the Oregon Pro Day. And that just kind of inspired me to watch some of his highlights. So much fun. His Rose Bowl, where he had like 2 catches for 160 yards and 2 touchdowns. That's pretty incredible. There was one where he caught a pass against Wazoo, and there was a defender in front of him. He was running towards the end zone, and he kept zigging and zagging. The defender's like, where is, where? And then he just fell.
Wait. What was it like?
He did. Where is he? That's my clip of the day.
My favorite D'Anthony Thomas play of all time was the punt return against Colorado.
Yes.
When he's back to return a punt, it bounces. He starts running towards his own end zone, picks it up, running the opposite way of where he's supposed to be going, and he scored. I agree. He was one of the most entertaining players to watch in college football ever. He was so explosive. I mean, in the Fiesta Bowl against Kansas State, takes the opening kickoff back. Like he was explosive. It was very fun to watch. He was a stud.
Black Mamba.
What year did he graduate?
He played with Marcus.
20
So was that
15,
Rose Bowl? Was that
16?
Wisconsin?
Yes, the
The Russell Wilson one.
Yeah, Russell Wilson.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
The chrome helmets, the mirror helmets.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool.
That was the peak of Oregon.
Mm-hmm.
Now they're falling fast.
Just you wait. And the intern's clip of the day, Christian Eriksen, he's a Danish soccer player. He scored a goal for Denmark 290 days after he suffered a heart attack on the pitch.
Yep.
That's pretty incredible.
I remember watching that game. That game was in the Euros this summer, and it was horrifying to watch that whole thing go down. They were doing CPR on him on the fucking field. He flatlined
The pitch.
Oh my god.
on the pitch. That I mean, they didn't really know. The announcers didn't really understand what was going on. But all the Denmark players were crying, and then you saw the athletic trainer doing CPR on him, and it was just a horrifying moment for world soccer. And honestly, nobody ever thought that he would play another soccer game. So to see him be playing
crazy.
again and score, it's great.
Especially seeing a professional athlete have a heart attack, especially a soccer player. Those guys have the best cardio
Yeah,
of anyone.
they're in insane shape.
It's crazy, and then just to have a heart attack like
Yeah,
that,
it was just
and
just
then
a
come back and
spontaneous-
score a goal.
How old is he?
He's in his 30s, I think. But yeah, it was
30.
Yeah, it was horrifying to watch. It was one of the scariest moments I've ever seen in sports watching that game this summer. Yeah, so glad that he's back now for them.
Hoorah.
All right,
Then-
Sherm, you told me you would give me a hot take.
Oh,
He hasn't thought about it.
what? While he
No,
thinks about
I have.
Okay, go ahead.
I think boxers are in better shape, have better cardiovascular health than soccer players.
That's fucking bold.
Boxers, like the dog?
Yes, the fucking dog. Yeah, the boxer dog.
I think
Okay.
someone's been reading that book more than you think.
Yeah. I do have an honorable mention for clip of the day. Did anybody see that video of Jackson Mahomes getting booed out of the bar?
Yeah, I just watched it.
That was
watched it.
so funny. I love how just universally hated that guy is. Yeah, it was great.
We may be divided as a country.
Jackson
There's a
Mahomes brings
few-
us together.
Right. I
Yeah.
mean, there's a few things that we can all rally behind. And it's just hating Jackson Mahomes.
Yeah. Also, just a little
America.
more on the Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes recently got married, and he posted a picture at his wedding with his new wife, now Brittany Mahomes. And I don't know if any of you looked at the comments of that Instagram post, but he got shit on. Everybody was like, "Oh, save that man!" But hundreds and hundreds of people just commented "L" on it. Yeah,
Let's see.
they are one of the most hated families. I mean, Patrick obviously isn't hated, but his family is probably the most hated family in the NFL. But yeah, just to see his little twerp of a brother get booed out of a bar, it was amazing.
Here's a good one. Here's a good comment. If you could only pull dimes the way you threw them.
Yeah. So, gotta feel bad for the
Dang.
man.
Not really.
It is his decision.
I do. I think he's trapped.
100%.
Like, blink twice if you want us to save you, Patrick.
Oh God.
With that, I think we need to get out of here.
Alrighty. And that will conclude another spectacular episode of the Backburners. Shout out to the ugliest co-host of all time, Pinhead Larry, the front right burner Miles, the intern, and our wonderful producer Fabio. Make sure to give us a follow on Instagram and TikTok at the Backburners Pod, and listen to us on your favorite streaming service. We're the Backburners, and we'll catch you on the flippity flip.